contribute making the healthcare sector here in my country better. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm heading to Europe.
I'm going with Erasmus Plus.
What class education? Yes, please.
New cultures, new people, new mindsets.
From Nigeria to France.
From Abuja to Germany.
From Port Harcourt to Netherlands.
From Jos to Finland.
From Lagos to Spain.
Erasmus Plus isn't just a scholarship, it is part of EU's global gateway.
It connects people, build futures, and open doors.
You get to study, explore, and represent Nigeria with pride.
It covers your tuition, your travel, and living costs.
You don't need to be rich, just ready.
We applied, we believed, we got in. Now, we're building global skills and global friendships.
From the classroom to real-world impact.
We are growing as learners and coming back as leaders.
Europe, here we come.
Nigeria to the world, global gateway style.
As an ambassador of Belgium to Nigeria and as an EU member state, but also as a former Erasmus student in Madrid myself, I'm very happy and proud to see that the Erasmus Plus program is expanding into the whole wide world and particularly into Nigeria, my host country. So we're very happy to see Nigerian students, male, female, from the four corners of the country and the 6 geopolitical zones venture into Europe and into Belgian universities. And these universities now predominantly include the universities of Ghent and Mons, so in both Dutch and French-speaking Belgium. And it's also a pleasure to see that most of the students are very aware of the place they will arrive at and ask very pertinent questions about their linguistic and logistical integration into our country. So a few highlights in the study careers of this year's batch are smart cities and urban planning on the one hand, and economics and intellectual property on the other.
So I graduated in biochemistry, that's in City University, Ibadan. That was last year. And then I was exploring my next steps, and my mentor, who is also an Erasmus Plus PhD research stay recipient, he shared with me the Erasmus, and he told me, okay, why not try it? And I went through the program. He also shared with me the Erasmus Mundus Nigerian page on Facebook. So I went through the scholars, I went through the testimonies of different scholars. Now, going through the testimonies of different scholars, I decided to try it. So I went through the Erasmus catalog, and in the Erasmus catalog, I found quite interesting programs. The Erasmus Mundus program is such in a way that, okay, it's not the usual. It's more specific, and okay, it actually caught my interest. So I highlighted a few that I wanted to try out, and wow, the process was not exactly. I listed out a few, I tried, I went through each page, I went through the schools, and for some I got love letters, which we term as rejection letters. Well, I entered the next stage for some, the interview. And for this particular program, I mean the ECT Plus, that's the Environmental Contamination and Toxicology. There was no interview stage, nothing. So I was like, okay, what's the plan? How is it going to happen? I applied, I got through the first stage. Then the second stage, I saw the mail. I looked at it and I was like, okay, what's going on? I was really excited about it. I mean, it's Erasmus, and it's something that I'm very interested in. So when I saw the program, I was pretty thrilled about it, and it was even still like a dream for me until, okay, I started getting mails, and I was like, okay, yes, this is actually real. I'm actually getting the opportunity to study what I want. So I'm actually looking forward to the opportunity to, explore Europe, to immerse myself in the culture and also while actually learning something new, because I'm particularly interested in an area which it's not very common here in Nigeria. That's the effect of microplastics. And so getting the opportunities to actually learn and different, internship opportunities is something I look forward to experience. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I really want to thank the Erasmus Plus. I really want to thank them for this platform that they gave me to actually, pursue my dream and actually see how I can contribute to, yes, they said earlier that some of us want to come back to Nigeria. Yes, maybe some of us. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I can contribute to, making the healthcare sector here in my country better.
After graduation, I was a bit disturbed because I knew I wanted to further, but I didn't want to do the regular civil engineering. I wanted something specific, something extra. And a colleague of mine advised me to go for the Erasmus program. Last year, I decided to try the program. I went through their catalog and I saw amazing courses and programs that you didn't even know existed within your field. And out of the excitement, I threw in some applications. It didn't work out. So this year, I decided to go again. And this time, I was more specific. I targeted programs that were related to my undergraduate course, civil engineering. And I also put out publications in that field, like with respect to the program I was looking at. I think I was applicant number 942. So we're over 1,000 applicants. And I was worried. I didn't think I was going to get it. But then I just did my best and left the rest to God. I got the email. When I got the email that I was shortlisted, my joy was just something else. I asked myself, am I being scammed? Because they asked us to pay an application fee of 250 euros. I'm like, these boys have come again. And so I went back to the program's website to confirm the official email. Is it the same email that sent me this? And yeah, it was. And I went on with the whole process, and it's been amazing. And I'm grateful to the EU and everyone for this opportunity. And obviously, I'm with the mindset to give back to the country. And I'm excited. I can't wait to explore the opportunities and what the program holds for me. So I would encourage everyone out there. I applied the second time, and that was when I got in. Some persons have applied more, applied up to 4 or 5 times. I'll just encourage you to keep pushing. Don't settle until you get what you want. I said to myself, a program that applies data science to civil engineering, I don't want anything less. And I was going to get funded in it. And to the glory of God, I got it. And I'm grateful to everyone for this opportunity.
From a young age, I've always dreamed of making a meaningful impact on society. From poverty and inequality to limited access to quality education, healthcare, and infrastructure, I've always asked myself, what can I do to help? How can I make a difference? I graduated from the University of Greenwich, UK, and after completing my studies, I began actively searching for a program that will allow me to combine my passion for technology and my deep desire to impact society. I searched online for opportunities and discovered this program, Artificial Intelligence for Sustainable Societies program under this Erasmus Mundus. The moment I read about it, I knew this was exactly what I was looking for. I applied to this one program and I was accepted on my first attempt. That moment, thank you. That moment reaffirmed that this is what I was meant to do. Use artificial intelligence to improve lives and solve the pressing challenges we are facing in Africa. Over the years, I have come to believe that artificial intelligence is one of the most powerful tools of our time, a tool that can help us solve real problems, create opportunities, and build more inclusive and sustainable societies. And for Africa, a continent rich in talent, culture, and potential, AI offers a unique opportunity to leapfrog decades of development. Through this program, I hope to deepen my knowledge and contribute to building intelligent solutions that can address critical issues in education, agriculture, healthcare, and governance across the continent. I see this as not just an academic journey, but a mission to bring meaningful change through innovation. And I want to express my felt heart gratitude to the European Union for this life-changing opportunity. You are not just supporting individual scholars, you are investing in the future of our societies and empowering us to become change makers of tomorrow. To my fellow scholars, I say this: let's make the most of this opportunity. Let's not only gain knowledge, but build networks, share ideas, and collaborate across borders. Let's become global citizens who give back, who lift others as we rise. Thank you once again, and may we all use this opportunity to shape a better, more sustainable future for everyone.
Erasmus Plus is not your typical study program. It's a unique, transformative journey. Over the next 12 to 24 months, you will live, study, and grow across several countries, experiencing different cultures, educational systems, and ways of life. At the end of your studies, you will not only hold a master's degree internationally recognized from some of the world's top universities, but you will also carry with you a wealth of global experiences, lifelong friendships, and a broader perspective on the world.
To my fellow scholars, I say this: let's make the most of this opportunity. Let's not only gain knowledge, but build networks, share ideas, and collaborate across borders. Let's become global citizens who give back, who lift others as we rise.
And I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I really want to thank the Erasmus Plus. I really want to thank them for this platform that they gave me to actually, pursue my dream and actually see how I can contribute making the healthcare sector here in my country better. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm heading to Europe.
I'm going with Erasmus Plus.
What class education? Yes, please.
New cultures, new people, new mindsets.
From Nigeria to France.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask that we just put ourselves to order as we begin this event. If you're not yet seated, kindly take your seat so we can properly begin. And just a few housekeeping rules before we go on. The restrooms you can be directed to the restrooms by any of the ushers outside. I would also like to ask that we are mindful of our belongings. Please ensure that you keep them safe and sound with you, so we don't have any issues in this hall. Always remember that we have a number of exits, but the most visible one is that outside in case of emergency. So please, let's be mindful and ensure that we help each other out. I'd like to say a very warm good afternoon to you as we begin this very interesting and very necessary program, the pre-departure orientation for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Scholarship Program. A number of our awardees or scholars are not here, but we know they are watching us online and they are with us along the way. Before we really kickstart this program, I'd like to invite all of us to please rise as we take the national anthem, the Nigerian national anthem, and the EU anthem. Please rise. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may be seated. The Honorable Minister of Education, represented here by the Director of Scholarship Award, the Minister of Youth Development, represented by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Student Engagement, the EU Ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, the Executive Secretary of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, that's Executive Secretary, Registrar, and Chief Executive of the TRCN, the Executive Secretary of the NUC, represented by the Director of the Directorate of Students, the Executive Secretary of TED Fund, the Executive Secretary of the NBTE, represented by the Personal Assistant of the Executive Secretary, all directors and deputy directors here present, singling out the Director or Secretary of the Federal Scholarship Board and the Deputy Director of the University Education, Federal Ministry of Education, all here present. The Deputy Director who is representing Erasmus Focal Point for Nigeria in the Ministry of Education, members of the Diplomatic Corps, and may I kindly single out the Ambassador of Belgium to Nigeria, and also the Ambassador of Austria to Nigeria, and other members of the Diplomatic Corps and member states here present, our dear Erasmus Plus scholars, all the young people present. I see members of the National Youth Service Corps and the Youth Sounding Board also present, the members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you once again to this pre-departure orientation for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Scholarship Program. It is indeed a beginning of an international academic journey that so many others have actually passed through. It's the beginning of an experience that will broaden perspectives, strengthen leadership, foster intercultural understanding, and create lifelong connections across continents. As the beneficiaries of the Erasmus Plus program, you're actually not only pursuing academic excellence, but it's also an insight into what it means to be an ambassador of Nigeria, an ambassador of Africa, and an ambassador of global collaboration. We're here to learn, to prepare, to ask questions, to gain practical insight that will make the most of this remarkable opportunity that has been so beneficial to thousands here in our country, Nigeria. We have a hashtag for Erasmus Plus in Nigeria, and the hashtag is no Japa. Okay, they are laughing. They understand what I mean, right? Okay, so that's the hashtag for Erasmus Plus, and I'm sure we'll get to hear more about it as this program continues. 89 scholars made it, 89 and counting scholars made it out of 100 and I'm just crowded by my own people. Wow, give it up for the press. Come on, let's give it up for them. Thank you. So 89 scholars and counting out of 163. And today we're going to be going through this learning journey to understand what is expected of us, what we look forward to, and indeed what should come out of this at the end of the day. Thousands have actually gone through it, and they will be sharing their stories. We have a highlight of a particular story that we'll tell a bit later during this program. My name is Inya Ode, and I'll be taking you through this. I'd like to invite for his welcome and brief on Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters by the European Union Ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Ambassador Hotie Mignon. He'll be sharing his insights, and I believe he deserves a very warm applause. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. The representative of the Honorable Minister of Education, the representative of the Honorable Minister of Youth Development, the representative of the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, the Executive Secretary of the Teacher Registration Council, representatives of all education agencies present, Your Excellencies, my dear colleagues from our member states, directors of the Federal Ministry of Education, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and dear awardees. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2026 Erasmus Mundus Pre-Departure Orientation event. And I must say this is always one of my favorite events in the year, during which we send dozens of young Nigerians to follow the steps of Erasmus of Rotterdam. This philosopher and humanist who 500 years ago traveled across Europe to exchange ideas and promoting tolerance, mutual knowledge, and understanding across the whole continent. Let me start by congratulating Nigeria and all the Nigerian students that have been admitted to embark on their various academic pursuits in several European countries during the next 12 to 24 months. And a special congratulation goes to our scholarship awardees. This is because you succeeded to secure for yourself the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters degree scholarships in a highly competitive global application process. And we also have with us today, and I want also to greet them very much, possible future Erasmus awardees. They will have the opportunity to learn more about this Erasmus program and get ready to apply. The next call will be out around the end of October, as each year. And as one of the alumni in the video was saying, if you don't succeed the first time, you have to try again. The Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Award is a EU fully funded scholarship for postgraduate or master's study programs worldwide. The program runs for about 12 to 24 months, during when awardees study in at least 2 different universities in 2 different Erasmus Plus 33 countries, which are the 27 EU member states, but also others such as Norway, Iceland, Liechtenstein, North Macedonia, Serbia, Turkey, and the UK. They obtain a joint, double, or multiple degree offered by a consortium of universities that deliver the program. This year, we have currently about 163 Nigerian students admitted in these masters. And this places Nigeria again, like in 2024, as the top country in Africa, and among the top 5 globally, together with Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, and the United States. But we want Nigeria to get higher in the world ranking, to begin with in the top 3. We will work for that together with the Ministry of Education, the National Universities Commission, and Nigerian universities, and I'm sure that we'll get there. Nigerians have benefited from Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters scholarships since 2014, and we are now nearing a total of 1,000 scholarship winners since then. And this year we have 89 scholarships awardees, up from 81 last year. And they are going to study in 17 different countries. At this juncture, I like to stress how the Erasmus program is a successful story the EU is particularly proud of. And it's by far the best known initiative funded by the EU in Europe and in the world. And it's also the most successful to support education and people-to-people, youth-to-youth contacts. It demonstrates the readiness of the EU to offer regular migration opportunities for young Nigerians to travel and study in Europe based on their merit, capacity, and abilities. It is indeed the concrete commitment of the EU to creating opportunities for Nigerian youth. Alumni who are today among us, who have had first-hand experience of the Erasmus program, will testify that it is indeed a life-changing experience. You will be exposed, dear awardees, to other cultures, to meet people coming from different parts of the world. So it will be an opportunity for you to become citizens of the world. But you remain, of course, you will remain Nigerians. And in life, success and support are also a source of duty. You are a very happy few cohort in a country where millions of young people are craving for opportunities, sometimes just for a small push to fulfill their dreams. So my hope is that this Erasmus experience will help you not only to grow personally, but also will reinforce your sense of service to your country and of solidarity to support others. To our awardees, again, before the end of the program, you will hear from representatives of member states' embassies about your countries of destination, about visa processing, about the next 1 or 2 years of your life. Today is also the day to wish you all the greatest success in your studies. You will be the ambassadors of Nigeria across Europe, and once you are back, we expect you to become also true ambassadors of Europe in Nigeria. Before concluding, I'd like to recognize my wonderful EU delegation team who has helped to put together today's event. They've done a great job, and please join me in thanking them. Let me also thank the Federal Ministry of Education and all its important agencies helping to advance the quality of learning to improve the human capital development for greater economic and social development of the country. I mentioned particularly the National Universities Commission, the National Board for Technical Education, the Teacher Registration Council, and all our partners. Your partnership and support will be critical to further expand Erasmus outreach and attract more candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigerians are among the best students in the world, and European universities are keen to welcome them. Congratulations once again, and enjoy the rest of the program this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Please let's give him another warm applause. You know, I was expecting to hear some screams and loud shouts in the room when he said Nigerians were among the best in the world. And of course, they make the great ambassadors that we have out there. So please, let's give ourselves a warm applause again. Thank you, thank you. So, as we're saying all these things, please be remembering, no Jackpa. You won't say it. No. I want to hear it from your heart. You are saying it from inside. Say it. No. My table. Those 5 guys. Olarewaju and Co. You are not talking. No. Okay, good. All right. We'll keep talking about it as we go on. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Gautier Mignon. Thank you for your thoughts shared and indeed making this opportunity available for young people in Nigeria. And really, we see a lot of other young people around, and we know that you guys are also going to be beneficiaries very, very soon. We move on very swiftly to take a few remarks. As the ambassador was speaking, we saw that the representative of the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, Professor Abdullahi Yusufu Ribadu, walked in. She is the director of the Directorate of Students of NUC, Dr. Chinelo Nwosu. Would like to invite you to give a few remarks, ma'am. Thank you. Let's make it warmer as she makes her way here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I am really sorry that I came in late. We had another meeting with a university in the office. So because I'm the director for students, it had to do with students, so I had to be in the meeting. And we're taking decisions as to what to do about the students continuing in the university or not. So I really apologize. I know that this kind of events, they usually would start on time and stick to time. So let me stand on existing protocols that have been already established, as I was not here when the introductions were made. So I bring warm greetings from the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, who stayed back to receive more people, coming to visit him on scheduled meetings for today. It's a great pleasure for me, to be honest, to be here to see the array of students whom the European Union have decided to give the scholarship to go and study outside of Nigeria. Thank you very much, the ambassador to the European Commission and all the other nations that make up the European Commission for being so magnanimous to think about our youths, our students, our children, and making sure that they further their education. And as I was walking in, the MC was saying something about Japa. I was actually going to stay on it, really, because we are not exporting you. I'm not talking to the students. We are not saying go to school and then remain there. I think the idea is go to school, come back, and do what? Continue to develop Nigeria. Are we going to do that, students? Yes, thank you very much. So in NUC, we also do similar things. When we send our staff to go for training, either to do their masters or to do their PhDs, either here or abroad, we bond them. So I don't know whether there's anything like that for the European Union. Of course, they are not your staff. But I think there should be measures in place to make sure that they come back. I was a Fulbright scholar. I did, my PhD research abroad, and they will not renew your research grants when it's done. You just have to come back, if you have to continue whatsoever. So I want to enjoin you, students, please be good ambassadors of Nigeria. Like the ambassador said, Nigerian students are high flyers wherever they are found. You don't let us down. You are very bright students. You fit in anywhere you are found. When people say, oh, the quality of education has gone down, we measure it by what happens when our students go out. They fit in very well. Whether it's in Europe, whether it's in America, whether it's in UK, they're able to study, sometimes, they're top. They top their classes and they come out very, very well. So I'm sure you're going to continue in that regard, making Nigeria proud, making your parents proud, and making yourselves proud. At the end of the day, whatever decision that you take to make, it's for you. If you do very well, then you know you have set a high standard for yourself. And in this world of competition, you will do well to make sure that you stand out, that you're sought after, that you're not just going to be hidden within the crowd. So when you go out there, work hard, play hard, keep out of trouble, and remember where you're coming from. Thank you very much.
Spoken like a true mother that she is. Work hard, play hard, find a balance, so don't overdo, one or the other. But thank you so much, ma'am, for the words you have given, and we pray that they make a difference in the lives of our scholars. Would like to invite right now to say a few words as well, to give her remarks. One who is responsible for overseeing the regulatory policies, professional standards, and the national initiatives that govern teaching in Nigeria. She is the Executive Secretary, the Registrar, and Chief Executive of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, Dr. Mrs. Ronke Shoyombo. Please, a warm applause as she makes her way up here to share her thoughts. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Minister of Education, ably represented by the Director on Scholarship, thank you so much. The SSA to Mr. President, the EU Ambassador for Nigeria and ECOWAS, and every other ambassador present in the House, I respectfully say good afternoon. All the representative of all the other ministers in the House, directors from all the MDAs, and the CEO. I think I'm the only CEO from Paracetal. Then members of the diplomatic bodies, the awardees of today, the greatest and the greatest Nigerian students. The greatest and the greatest and the greatest Nigerian students. Thank you very much. It is an immense honor and privilege to extend this goodwill message on behalf of Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria to the delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS, and to the incredible cohort of Nigerian scholars setting off on this life-changing journey. The Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship is far more than an educational fund. It is actually a bridge of excellence, cultural exchange, and global collaboration. Seeing all the students going, I think about 116 of our brightest minds, including 62 fully funded by the European Union, prepare to embark on transnational studies across Europe, it fills us with immense pride. You are indeed a testament to the vibrant intellectual capital that Nigerian possesses. I'm sure I was once on your seat in the past, and I spent 23 years in England, but at the same time, I came back with skills. So I'm expecting you all to bring back skills that will transform education in Nigeria, or that will transform Nigeria as a whole. At TRCN, our core mandate is to drive excellence, professionalism, and global standards on education. We recognize that the revitalization of our educational ecosystem relies heavily on cultivating globally minded scholars, researchers, and future educators. This scholarship aligns perfectly with our vision of building a highly skilled, knowledge-driven workforce capable of elevating Nigerians' intellectual standing on the world stage. To our departing scholars, as you prepare to step into various European universities, remember that you carry the flag of a nation. This is a golden opportunity to absorb cutting-edge knowledge, master global best practices, immerse yourselves in diverse cultures, and build invaluable international networks. I urge you to look beyond the classroom, participate fully in the breakout sessions organized today, learn from the EU ambassadors, and prepare yourself to bring back innovative, research-driven solutions. Whether you enter classrooms, policy boardrooms, or research labs, upon your return, your experiences will be vital in transforming our educational landscape. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, as said by Nelson Mandela. You have been given the platform, now go out there, embrace global excellence, and make your mark. I commend the European Union delegation for their excellent commitment to education, youth empowerment, and development in Nigeria since 2021 to 2027, Erasmus framework. Your investment in these young minds is a direct investment in a collective future and sustainable development. I wish the organizers a highly successful pre-departure orientation, and I wish our scholars safe travels and an academically fulfilling 2 years ahead in Europe. Once again, congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ronke Shoyombo. We appreciate you, ma'am, for the kind words shared. Next is the message from the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, CON, and he's ably represented by one who is in charge and very responsible for managing both domestic and international scholarship programs for Nigerian students. She has been doing this as the director in charge of this very important aspect of the Ministry of Education, the Director of Scholarship. She is none other than Mrs. Khadija Liman Ahmed. She will be sharing her thoughts with us, especially coming from the Minister. Please, let's give her a warmer applause. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. The name is Khadija Ahmed Abdeliman, Director, Department of Scholarships Awards. Department of Scholarship Awards, which was formerly known as Scholarship Board, Federal Scholarship Board. The name now is the Department of Scholarship Awards, because most times people think that we are board. So there we are expecting to see board members and the rest, but we are just a department in the Federal Ministry of Education. The EU ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, other ambassadors present, representatives of ministers here, directors from the Federal Ministry of Education and other MDAs, the chief executives of parastatals, I can see my sister there, TRCN and a representative of NUC. I'm sure there are other representatives of CEOs of our parastatals. Members of the diplomatic corps, my dear awardees, distinguished guests, press corps, ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings from the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, CON. It's with great pleasure that I join you today at this pre-departure orientation for beneficiaries of Erasmus Joint Master's Scholarship Program. This occasion is much more than a farewell gathering. It's a celebration of excellence, opportunities, and the enduring partnerships between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the European Union in advancing education, research, innovation, and human development. On behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, I express our sincere appreciation to the European Union, its member states, participating universities, and all partners whose continued investment in education has transformed the lives of thousands of young Nigerians across the world. Through programs such as this, education continues to serve as a bridge that connects nations, promotes mutual understanding, and equips future leaders with the knowledge and skills needed to address global challenges. Let me also reaffirm that Nigeria remains committed to expanding educational opportunities for its citizens. Under the renewed hope, the federal government is strengthening access to quality education through scholarships, bursaries, and other schemes, including the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, to ensure that more deserving students can pursue their academic dreams without undue financial burden. We are determined to build a system that rewards merits, widens access, and prepare our young people for the demands of the future. The federal government, that is a petition. Okay. To our dear awardees, as you depart for your respective institutions across Europe, I urge you to remember that you are ambassadors of our great nation, Nigeria. Your conduct, character, and academic performance will shape perceptions of Nigeria and inspire future generations of scholars. Be diligent in your studies, respectful of different cultures you will encounter, and open to new ideas and perspectives. The world is a global village, and Nigerian students should not be left behind. I want you to build friendships, strengthen professional networks, and the diversity that makes international education such a transformative experience. At the same time, you should never lose sight of your responsibility to your country, Nigeria. We look forward to your return with advanced knowledge, cutting-edge skills, innovative ideas, and global experiences that will contribute to strengthening our universities, our industries, healthcare system, technology ecosystem, public institutions, national development, and be prepared to be the leaders of tomorrow. Not just leaders, but good leaders of tomorrow and global citizens. As I conclude my speech, let me once again reaffirm Nigerian commitment to strengthening our educational cooperation with European Union and its member states. Together, we are investing not merely in scholarships, but in the leaders, innovators, researchers, and change makers who will shape a more peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable future for Nigeria and the world at large. To our scholars, I wish you a safe trip, academic distinction, rewarding cultural experiences, and every success in your endeavors. May you return home equipped to contribute meaningfully to the development of our nation and to humanity. Before I conclude my speech, let me send a message to the organizers of this program as requested by the Registrar of TRCN. What she said while we were seated there is that Nigerian teachers too should be included in this type of program. Madam, I have delivered your message. Thank you for your attention, and may God grant you journey mercies and bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The minister's last words to the awardees: no japa, no japa, and no japa. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all.
Please make the applause warmer for the Honorable Minister of Education. Thank you so much, Dr. Khadija, for putting it, very succinctly and indeed bringing it to our minds again of the importance of this. The EU needs to start thinking about the teachers. Okay. Well, I'm sure it will be on our ambassador's mind. Oh, Massimo is here. Okay, it will be on his mind as well. All right, so we're moving on very swiftly. We know the day has been far spent, so we are going to take a look at some of the beneficiaries of Erasmus Plus, of the Erasmus program, share their testimonials and all at about this time. But there are some that have really stood out for a number of people, for us in particular. We have one lady called Teni. I still remember her speaking on a stage like this in 2024, and we have seen her actually progress. She was like you, seated there, just ready for what the world would show and ready for what the world will bring her way. And truly, she has dazzled us in all that she has been through. She's a global gateway campaigner now, and we'll get to hear more of her story later, but you'll also hear her in this video. There are so many others, Kudus and all the others, who will be sharing their experiences as we take a look at the screen. So, Tech, are we good? Thank you.
My name is Tenilolua Ami Williams. I'm a theatre arts bachelor degree holder from the Department of Creative Arts, University of Lagos, 2018. And I'm honored to be one of the Erasmus Plus scholars this year to study the ethnography and anthropology of dance and intangible cultural heritage with the Coromandus program, an international master in dance knowledge, practice, and heritage. So thank you so much for that. I would first like to begin by saying thank you to the European Union for such an opportunity as this. There are not many international master degree scholarships that accommodate people in the arts, let alone dedicate an entire program to dance. So that means a lot to me and everyone else that has studied theatre arts. Thank you so much. I think it is notable to highlight that because of this scholarship opportunity I have received, I have been able to break the stereotyped perception that theatre students do not push further in their academics or even aspire for more academically. Being a creative artist and cultural enthusiast, it was incredibly difficult to decide on which aspect of the arts I would like to do my master's in. I am a dancer, an actor with 2 feature film credits, playing lead in both. In fact, my very first film, called Eyumofe, had its world premiere at the 70th Berlinale in Germany last year, and has gone on to over 25 countries all around the world, participating in international film festivals. Thank you. And even won 3 awards. Right now, it is showing in cinemas in North America, thanks to Janus Films. I am also a costume designer. In everything that I do, I strive to bring a fusion between different forms of art, as well as ensure that culture is adequately and appropriately represented. Hence my excitement when an uncle of mine, who is currently undergoing his PhD program in music at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, told me about Choreomundus. I waited eagerly for the applications to open, and when it did, I applied. What I love most about the application is that I didn't have to write an examination. It's amazing that I was so positive and hopeful that I would get in, and so I didn't do any other applications. Thank God I got in. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do now. Maybe I would start the process all over again. I'm incredibly delighted about the increased number of Nigerian scholars in the Erasmus Plus scholarship. So I will be encouraging everyone, particularly people in the arts, to apply for the Erasmus program, because evidently the European Union value the arts if they would dedicate an entire program to studying just dance, as I am sure there are a lot of other art-related programs. I look forward to an awesome learning experience and integrating with various scholars from around the world. When my program is over, I would be more than happy to contribute my quota to the growth of the society by implementing everything I would have learned to impact many young people such as myself, both here in Nigeria and all over the world. And together we can be the change that we want to see. Thank you very much.
This is Temi Ami Williams. Temi often wondered if a female theatre arts graduate from Nigeria could aspire for more in a world where that was just enough. So, we funded her master's degree in anthropology and ethno-choreology of dance and intangible cultural heritage through the Erasmus Plus scholarship program. Now, Temi is watching one of her own masterpieces from France brought to life in her beloved city of Lagos. But Temi isn't the only female theatre arts graduate from Nigeria trying to break stereotypes. So, this is not just Temi's story. It's the story of thousands of Erasmus Plus scholarship graduates across Nigeria, and the EU is here to make it happen.
My name is Kudus Ainde Aromoshi. I obtained my bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering from Federal University of Technology, Minna. After my bachelor's degree, I was awarded the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's degree in electric vehicle proportional control, also called EPICO, because of my excellent academic performance and research potential. After my master's degree, I was awarded the Marie Curie Doctoral Fellow, where I will be joining Hitachi Energy in Poland. My motivation for applying for this Erasmus program is because I want to work at a higher level in sustainable energy development. So EPICO program is the right fit for me because it offers a highly technical curriculum in electric vehicle technology. And then over 2 years, I had the opportunity to study at 3 European universities. My first semester was in France, École Centrale Nantes. My second semester was at the University of L'Aquila in Italy. And then my third semester was at the University Polytechnica of Bucharest in Romania. Nigerians who have gone through this Erasmus program and the Marie Curie program have gone ahead to hold critical position in academics, research and industry, both in Europe and in Nigeria. Europe also gained something really valuable from this program by attracting the best minds across the world. to work on researches that solve global challenges like energy crisis and climate. My advice to all Nigerians is to take up this opportunity and apply to Erasmus program, because it's going to open a lot of opportunity for them.
As we give them a round of applause. I mean, the stories abound, really, and there's still so much more to learn. They have gone ahead, they've made us proud. They have come back home. They did not jackpot. Take note of that. Yes. Are we listening, people? Right? Okay, good. They did not go away and remain there. They actually came back home and are contributing their own quota to make their society better. So please, let's give them another round of applause. Super. So we're going straight on to have a brief on the EU partnerships cooperation in Nigeria right now. And we're going to be hearing from someone. I think Massimo should actually have a chieftaincy title in Nigeria. Has he received any? He'll tell us about it very soon. But Massimo De Luca is the head of cooperation at the delegation of the EU to Nigeria and ECOWAS. Please, let's give him a warm applause.
Thank you, Inia. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me stand on existing protocols, as we like to say here in Nigeria. Well, congratulations to those who've been awarded, but also a message to those who haven't been awarded. There's always a second chance to be tried, so don't give up. We have a number of cases like that, both with this program and other programs like the Jubilee Fellowship that we support here in Nigeria. By the way, how many of you know about the Nigeria Jubilee Fellowship program? Can you put up your hand? Only 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, so let me say that I will just use this opportunity to talk to you, and in particular to those who are about to leave, to say that really connecting with the European Union is a big exercise. We are not necessarily, an easy institution to understand, but we are really trying. We are really trying to connect with youth in Nigeria. And this is part of what we call the Global Gateway. The fact that we connect students from Nigeria to academic institutions in Nigeria in Europe is very much a part of what we call Global Gateway. I think you must have, you see it here, Global Gateway here. And of course, let me just ask you for a couple of favors. First, to understand our partnerships, there's a sort of shortcut, which would be just go to our delegation's website and check our programs. If you type EU delegation to Nigeria compendium, you will find really all we do, pretty much all we do here in Nigeria. And I say this as a request, not just as a piece of information. Please check what we are doing. Why? You heard the testimonials earlier on, people wanting to work in renewable energy, people, with artistic talents looking for opportunities. Well, we are never going to be a big employers, but we do things in these areas. We do things in all the areas where you are going to specialize while in Europe. So please check our compendium. And when you see things that strike your interest, please contact me. I'll be here for another couple of years, so long enough for you to reach out to me. And let me know what you think, what you see in Europe, how things could work out, and so on and so forth. And also bear in mind that there are other things beyond what we do here in Nigeria, things that you should really monitor, like the Horizon Europe programs, the corporate proposals for research. These are obvious programs that you should keep an eye on. How many of you know the Horizon Europe program? Horizon Europe. Do you know that the European Union funds the biggest research program in the world? And many Nigerians apply together with other European entities. So now, let me finish on this very short note. I have no doubt that you go with the best intention to contribute. Whatever you do, you will contribute to Nigeria. I think that, you know, we shouldn't worry about JAPA. JAPA can be just for a short period, okay? And then you come back. In a way, you're already going to Europe. But also, you know, while you are over there, try to see whether you can convince some Oibos, some Bature, some Onocha to Japacom, to Enugu, to Japacom to Kano, to Japacom to Lagos. Okay, please, and all the best. God bless you, and we are here, and we look forward to keeping in touch. Thank you so much. Bye.
Massimo say you should convince who? Onyocha? Somebody out there, right? I mean, great words from you, and thank you so much for highlighting the different opportunities that the EU has available for scholars at different levels and all the work that is being done. I think the EU actually deserve a warm applause at this point in time for all the interventions and all the innovations they have been working on. Thank you once again for doing that. Right, so we're going to hear from three among our scholars here who will be sharing their thoughts on how they got to know about Erasmus+, how they applied, how many times they applied. Some people got it once, some people had to keep going over and over again. And of course, how they got to know they were shortlisted and what those feelings were. So we're giving a few minutes to three people to share their thoughts. I'll begin from Oiza Adinoy. Oiza is from Kogi Central, and Oiza will be sharing her thoughts with us very briefly. Please, let's give her a warm applause. Abdurrahman Lawal from Kebbi, please get ready. Peace Ogbonna from Abia, please get ready as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Oiza Roda Dinoy from Kogi Central, as she introduced. I got to know about the Erasmus Mundus program last year from my mentor, who told me to apply because I have the strong interest for economic history. And when looking at the Erasmus catalog, I saw the program on global market and local creative, and I decided to apply. Actually, I applied to that program because of its emphasis on understanding how market works and what variety of capitalism exists in different regions. And being a historian, although I believe by the time I come out of the program, I will become an economist and my friends will come asking me for investment advice. Anyways, the GLOCO program is not the conventional pure economic program. It's more about economic history, where you get to understand how local initiatives are being adapted into the global economy. And for me specifically, I applied to this program because I want to use historical evidence of Nigerian women traders to rethink Africa's model of capitalism in the global economy, because I believe the kind of capitalism that we actually practice in Africa and in Nigeria specifically can be a bit different from the Western assumption of capitalism and what they think we actually practice. And the program is going to give me an opportunity to feed my curiosity, give answers to some of the questions I have in mind. Then about how I applied, it didn't have multiple selection processes. It was just submit, no interview. And I had to make sure that my statement of purpose count, because that was the only thing I had to wow the selection committee. This is my first time actually applying for the program, and I'm grateful that I got in on my very first application. I graduated last year from my undergraduate program as a from the Department of History and International Studies, and I made the application a few months after my graduation, and right here I am. Then aside the SOP, during my time in school, I made sure that I did some professional courses on Coursera that focuses on economy, microeconomics, economic policy, Africa economy, and I have certifications from there. Then I also started research very early from 200 level. I wrote a research paper, although co-authored with my lecturer back then. Then in 300 level, I did a solo research, published it, and also attended various conferences, including the Lagos Studies Association conference, where I chaired and also presented a paper, even recently last month. So I believe all of this together made my application stand out. And of course, my mobility would take me to the United Kingdom, so I needed to write an IELTS, and I wrote an IELTS. That's basically what I did, and I'm grateful I got in. My advice to fellow students that would want to become an Erasmus scholar is that be original, be authentic. My experience with Erasmus, is that Erasmus looks for, if you have a curiosity, then push out that curiosity. Erasmus is very specific to help you. And then if you have an idea, through Erasmus, you can refine, shape in, and build that idea. And for me, it was an idea and also curiosity. And I'm glad that I get the chance to actually go to those universities and explore the resources available to me there to make an impactful change, especially to our informal economy here in Nigeria and Africa at large. Thank you very much.
Amazing stuff. I look forward to all the things you will bring back to Kogi Central, to Ebira Land, our home, and of course to Nigeria as a whole. Thank you so much, Oiza, for sharing your thoughts. May I invite Abdurrahman Lawal to share his thoughts? Abdul, where are you? Ah, there he is. Please, let's give him a warm applause as he makes his way here. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdurrahman Lawal, and I'm from Kebbi State. I graduated from pharmacy school in 2021 from Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto. And while in pharmacy school, I didn't know much about the entire process. But then after school, I had classmates who had already gotten it, and I always wanted to also study abroad for the opportunities. So I contacted them, and I was added to a group. It is called the Northern Elites Scholars Group. It was a group that was specially made for Northerners, because Northerners don't usually get much of this, information. So from there, there were a lot of scholarships, but the Erasmus actually stood out because it gave an opportunity to explore multiple countries, and I believe with that, you get to meet a lot of people, and then I started my application in 2024. I checked the Erasmus catalog. I checked for that particular program that aligned with my background and also my undergraduate research. My research where I extracted oil from the okra, that's the okra seed, and then I subjected this oil to phytochemical, antioxidant, antibacterial, and antioxidants. So after testing this oil, I now translated this oil into a cream with commercialization potentials. So this, my on undergraduate research actually helped me, and I looked at the European Master of Science in Skin Health and Care, and it was the perfect program for me. So I applied in 2024, but I was not able to get in 2024. I was placed on the waiting list, so I did not give up. I tried again in 2025. I applied and I got to the interview stage. And after the interview stage, I was selected in 2026, that's to be part of this year's cohort. So I want to encourage scholarship aspirants to never give up. If I had given up, I would not be here. So I want them to try and try and try again. That one yes is going to come. Thank you very much to the EU for this great opportunity. And I look forward to contributing to safe, effective, sustainable dermatological and cosmetic products. Thank you. I think I'll stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdurrahman. Great thoughts you have shared. And indeed, we look forward to you coming back to do what you have said about dermatological products and skincare. Moving on to Peace Obonna, who will share her thoughts and let us know how she got to know about Erasmus Plus, how she applied, and of course, how many times she had to go through this and how she got to know she was shortlisted. Please, a round of applause for her.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think before I go, and I have one more last opportunity to hail my fellow Erasmus Mundus Scholarship awardees. And for the last time before we become EU students, greatest Nigeria students! Greatest Nigeria students! Greatest Nigeria students! So we are carrying the Nigerian Spirit Award. Thank you. Okay, my name is Peace Obonna. I'm from Abia State, and my Erasmus Mundus scholarship story is one I'll call the one of resilience. Firstly, I want to say a very big thank you to Erasmus Mundus and to the EU as a whole, because over the years, I've watched the STEM industry get a lot of recognition. So when you're talking about a whole lot of scholarship, you're seeing the STEM industry always running into it. And for us that are art practitioners, we have little or nothing left for us. But Erasmus Mundus made sure that that does not exist any longer. I actually studied theater and film studies from University of Port Harcourt, and I'm an art practitioner who focuses on entertainment, arts, culture, and tourism. So I first heard about Erasmus Mundus Scholarship in 2024 when I had a conversation with a friend, and I asked her how I knew I was talented in a lot of things, but it was limited to the art space. So I was curious of how to bring all this together, because each time I see a scholarship program that is not Erasmus, is only focusing on a particular program. So she went ahead to tell me, have you heard about Erasmus? Have you checked? I was like, what's that? So she gave me the catalog, the link to the catalog. I went through the catalog, and to my amazement, I saw Managing Arts and Cultural Heritage in Global Markets, MAGMA, which is the program I applied for. and I saw that it handled my entertainment part of my life, it handled the arts part of my life, it handled the culture part of my life, and it also handled the tourism part of my life, and it brought everything together. So I first applied 2024. I got an admission, but I did not get the scholarship. I was on the reserved list. Well, I was discouraged at a point, right? Because I felt I put in so much to read and all that. But by 2025, I kept on doing what I was doing because I'm also a policymaker. By 2025, I was appointed as the Art and Cultural Development Officer of Abia State, and it gave me more insight into what the whole art and culture space was all about. And when the application came out again, I wasn't applying just that I wanted to go out of Nigeria to study. I was applying as an informed scholar who knows that she's not just leaving Nigeria to go and study abroad and come back, but I'm leaving to go and learn other diplomatic tools, of which entertainment is a diplomatic tool, art is a diplomatic tool, culture is a diplomatic tool. So I know that I'm leaving to go and gather experiences to come back and develop these sectors in Nigeria. So that was how I reapplied. And on the 1st of April 2026, I got the congratulation note from Erasmus Mundus Scholarship Magma Program. Thank you very much. And on that last note, I will say, as I prepare to begin the new chapter across Portugal, France, and Netherlands, yes, I'm traveling to those countries, I carry in me not just the aspiration, but the hopes of the communities, the artists, and cultural practitioners whose stories deserve to be preserved, to be celebrated, and to be shared with the world. So thank you so much, Erasmus Mundus, and to every other person that wishes to apply, please don't give up. Let your resilience be your fuel each time you get a disappointment. Thank you very much.
Let your resilience be your fuel every time you get that no, every time you apply. I mean, so many thoughts that Oiza, Abdurrahman, and Peace have shared. And I think key for me is just be prepared. Keep working on yourself. From 100 level, 200 level, wherever you are, keep working on yourself. Keep preparing yourself for a time such as this, because you never know what's going to happen. You have to be original. You have to be authentic. You don't have to give up. Just keep at it. You never ever know when will be the best time for it to come your way. Thank you so much, Oiza. Thank you, Abdurrahman, and thank you, Peace, for sharing your experiences. Please, let's give them another warm applause. Thank you. Okay, so with there's gonna be a photo session right now. That's the next on my program. I see the ambassador is not here. I guess he just stepped out. But interviews, right? Okay, so Kate, are you here? So we could just go ahead. Oh yeah, there we are. I just need some insight on what to do. We should take our photograph right now, but should we just move on with what we have? There are interviews going on outside, so we'll just see what happens. I believe we can just move on to get some more insight. I know those who are visiting, those who are here for the first time, those who are just hearing about Erasmus Mundus for the first time would have their questions. You would have a lot to, you're just wondering what this is about and how to apply and all of that. So we'll be giving you all those in just a few minutes once we have some clearance on what to do. Kate Kanebi she's going to be telling us, right? All right, so Kate will be telling us how to apply for Erasmus Plus Scholarship by the European Union Delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS. She is the Program Manager for Education. Please, let's give it up for Madam Kate Kanebi. Make the applause warmer. She's our madam, you understand? Okay.
Thank you very much, Inya, and thank you everyone for being present, our invited guests and our member state colleagues. Thank you so much. This was supposed to be the period to take the pictures and other things, but I think it makes sense after the testimonies that we take a few minutes to explain how to apply for Erasmus Mundus Joint Scholarship Program. So if the slides are on, I will quickly go on. My name is Kate Kanebi, like she said. I'm the EU Program Manager for Education. And I want to say congratulations to great Nigerian students who are here today. Congratulations. You know why I say congratulations? And a bigger congratulations, just like our ambassador and our head of partnerships has said. Because out of a lot of students globally, thousands of students, in fact, this year, more than 15,000 applied, and you were part of the 4,343 students that were selected. So give a big pat to yourself, a big pat on your back for making it at this time. So I am in charge of education program in the EU and also the Erasmus Mundus focal person for the European Union. And I will quickly tell you how to apply for this program, especially for our online listeners and for those who are prospective students. By this time next year or 2 years' time, you could be the one we are sending off. So this Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Program is a subset of, I'm sure you are seeing Erasmus Plus, which is actually a training program on education, youth and sports supported by the EU in form of maybe calls for proposal grants for different areas of endeavor regarding training in many areas, like I said, youth, sports, entertainment and trainings in general. The TRCN executive director was referring to whether teachers were also involved in Erasmus Mundus program, and indeed they are, because we have part of what we call the International Credit Mobility Program and so forth. In fact, it's a lot. If you want to know more about Erasmus programs, we have our EU desk where we have some more information, and you can go out there and they will show you the different options that exist. So let me focus on the Erasmus Mundus scholarship program, which is, as I said, a subset of the Erasmus Plus program, but this is, as the name goes, particularly for scholarships in master's degree program. So why Erasmus? Why are we talking about Erasmus? Why must you choose Erasmus, like you have heard people testifying? One, Erasmus has no age limit. Thank you. No age limit. In fact, 2 years ago, someone that is 66 years old got admitted and got the scholarship. There is free application procedure, meaning that you don't have to pay anything, like some people, some application procedures require you to pay a lot of euros and dollars that you don't have. There is also low CPA credits and study gap is accepted. You don't have to have upper class. You don't have to have grade 1. You don't have to be the very best. But to be honest with you, the best brains are what is usually looked out for, especially in future-looking fields of studies, artificial intelligence, electric, renewable energy, climate actions, and so on. No compulsion to return to home country after graduation. We have been urged, and I like my Nigeria, and people, they are asking you to come back, which is good. You know, come back, and then there should be no brain drain. You should come and use what you have been taught to better our Nigeria, to better the economic development of this nation. But Erasmus program scholarship is a very good way to migrate legally. There is nobody asking you to come back. How to apply? So you write the Erasmus Mundus, you can visit the catalog by clicking on that link. It's also on the flyers out there, which you can scan this QR code, and then you go straight to the catalog. Yeah, you go through the respective programs. Do not apply directly to the programs, but you can apply directly to the schools themselves and the consortium, so that you will be able to get what you really require. So these are important documents that you need for the application processes: English proficiency certificate, IELTS, the TOEFL, all education documents, your international passport, motivation letter, the SOPs, the reference letter, your CV, certificate of residence. You know, I need to emphasize here that some of these schools will require that you don't even have to bring your English proficiency certificate, being that you're already a native speaker of English and the programs are taught in English. Next slide, please. Benefits of Erasmus Mundus Scholarship Program: fully covered health insurance. When you have a scholarship, you are paid between 1,000 to 1,000 euro monthly stipend. All your traveling, you'll be traveling all across Europe by Schengen visa, ease in getting visa, and that's why most of our member state partners are here to help you and explain the processes for you, as my ambassador earlier said. You will also have experience with culture, with food, with language. You know, what an awesome experience it is to do that. How to improve your profile, because some of us ask questions that I don't know how can I be competitive? And some of them have told you here, sharing their experiences. How can I improve my profile? We've said that already. You take the, you go to the websites, try to take these international exams on English professional, exams, the TOEFL and the IELTS. Relevant online courses. Somebody has shared with you how they were doing researches and how they were making efforts to do Coursera courses. I think some of the new awardees shared that. Relevant internships. Somebody mentioned that. If you don't just sit down and be waiting, because the best brains, the best people who are very motivated are who Europe is looking out for, so that you contribute to Europe economy and you also contribute to Nigerian economy. So relevant internship, relevant workshops, do as much as you can. Conferences, seminar, webinars, relevant software, depending on the kind of courses you are looking to apply to. You know, if you are ICT compliant, you know, all of those communications, they would need you to be vast in these areas. Tips for success, this is quite important. Start early. Our ambassador told you in his remarks that these programs open late October, and the deadline is usually in February. So don't wait till October. You need to start early and stay organized. They need everything to be packaged together. Start now. Reach out to program coordinators for questions. Yes, program coordinators. Don't just, by the time you get into the program catalog and see the program, you will see who the program coordinators are, because it's a consortium of universities in Europe that have come together, been funded by the European Union, and you have a coordinator who will respond to you on particular program that you are interested in. So how can the EU help you? You can connect with alumni. Someone I spoke with someone, the LinkedIn, there are alumni, or Erasmus alumni. I'm going to quickly just say, please, can you just go back? Let me do quickly that, how we can connect. You can contact us, Delegation Nigeria, see the website. Just please go through all that and contact us. I'll send out this slide just to help some of you who have registered online. And lastly, I want to just quickly share this slide that says, to see how to compare how Nigeria has been faring. Nigeria has been number 4 globally for quite a while now. And you could see Nigeria is tying up. It's very not so clear, but Nigeria and USA has 89 awardees this year. But Pakistan and India and Bangladesh has always been top on the list globally. If I were you, I will ask people in Pakistan how come they always win greater awards yearly. So that's the end of my short presentation. And if you have questions, please contact us. Thank you very much. And I'll hand it over to our able MC.
I know some people would still have questions for Madam Kate, but we can get to those questions very, very shortly. But I think she has done a great job on introducing and letting us in on how to apply for Erasmus Plus scholarship. So please, let's give her another round of applause. I'm so sorry we had to rush you off because we need to take the photograph right now. It's the photo session. For our awardees, are the members of the Nigerian government here, and of course, Team Europe. They're going to take this picture at about this time. So, team, can we get ready for this? I think this needs to leave for this photograph to happen, right? Awardees, Mona, show. Don't be shy, just show. Then every other person will be in front. Come forward, come. Thank you. Please let's make some space for the government representatives. The representative of the minister. Yay. Make sure you're not hidden, oh. Your face must show, your shoe must shine. Abi? Smile now. Are we fighting? Haba. All right. Are we good? Oh, not yet. Hold on. Hold on. So can we just do a video and say no japa? Are we ready to go? We must do a more. Yeah? It's a commitment we are making. Yeah? Are we ready? Are we ready? Correct. Sorry? No, ma, don't worry. We are getting there. Okay. So 1, 2, go. No japa. Again. Do like this, and say no japa. Again, go. And everybody say Erasmus Mundus. Thank you very much. Good? Cameras? Are we all right? Fantastic. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you. So can we have the podium back? Can we have Madam Kate back to respond to questions? Yeah, there she is. So questions around... Okay, so, Your Excellency, please, the ambassador, sir. Please, awardees, come back. Just you. Awardees, please come back. Our scholars, come back. Please come back. Yes, just move it back. Just move it back. It's just for them to stand. We just need to take a picture with you and the ambassador. Sir, we are ready. I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I'm so sorry.
I know you're running out of time. Please arrange yourself so the ambassador will stay with you. Beautiful. Strike your best pose. And make sure you smile. Yes. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. This way. Best pose, best smile. And say Erasmus Mundus. Say no jackpot. All right. Got that. One more. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're moving on to your questions. For those who would have questions to ask Madam Kate is available to answer those questions. Others from the crowd, any questions on Erasmus, on how to apply? So that we'll just take numbers. Number 1, right? Number 2. Any more? Shikeno. Okay. All right, so I have questions from number 1. Please come for, oh, you people just remembered. You have just woken up. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, Kopasho, number 5, Kopasho. Who? You just woke up. Welcome. Madam Kate, are you in the bill? We're having questions, ma'am. Questions for you. Yes, please. Okay, so she says to give her a second, she says to give her a minute or two. We'll be doing that. After this Q&A session, we're going on to, we'll have to let our external audience, those of you who are visiting us, we'll just say goodbye to you as you exit the hall so we can have an interaction with just the scholars. That will happen after this Q&A session. So please, let's take note of that. As soon as she comes in, we'll be having those questions. But let me just go around a little bit, to the scholars here to find out. I know not everyone has shared their experience, but I'm just going to talk to people randomly. I interview people for a living, so that's what I do. Let me just speak to one person on this table and find out how you been now. What's up? Tell us your name. Tell us how you heard about this and what you look forward to.
Hello, everyone. My name is Johap Agbo. I'm a lawyer, and my program is the ILS PhD program, International Law, Security, Peace, and Sustainable Development. I'm looking forward to learning a lot. I've had some meetings with my program directors and classmates, and it's been interesting to see the plethora of students that are in my program from different parts of the world. I'm also interested in learning more about human rights because my program for the second year is going to be more specific to international law and human rights. And I'm hoping at the end I'm able to put everything I've learned to practice. Thank you. I'm going to Germany for my first semester. My second semester I'll be in Spain, and then my third semester I'll be in Estonia.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. And, your countries are here and they will be speaking to the awardees very, very soon. But Madam Kate is back. We have a microphone with number 1, right? Let's go.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Catherine Akor, and my question is, for people who have higher national diploma, HND, from Nigeria, are they eligible to apply? Also, you said no age limit, and because some applications, they'll tell you you must have graduated at least maybe 5 years ago. If it's more than 5 years, you cannot apply. Does that apply to this too? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 2.
Good evening, everyone. My name is
evening.
Elizabeth Kwajafa, and then my question is, What if you study something else and then maybe your professional background is in something else entirely? Is it still possible to apply? I'll use myself for example. I studied agricultural crop protection, and my professional background is in communications, specifically social behavioral change communications. And also, I'm an artist. I draw. I'm a storyteller. So I want to know, is it possible to apply in where I have passion, or it has to be what I studied?
Thank you. Brilliant question. Number 3.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Praise, and I'm a public health professional. So my question is in that line. I would like to find out if the Europe Pub Health plus Master tract is still available. And if it is, I saw that some specializations were in France. I would like to know if you need French examinations like the TEF, like the IELTS for English, if you would need that for you to be able to enter into that program in France.
Amazing. Thank you. Number 4.
All right, thank you. My name is Barnabas Opara. And more like not a direct question. I want to appeal, as much as many of us would not have, young persons, many of us would not have opportunity to be in this room. Is it possible that we take this good news to core members in the camp, to the way we have awardees, maybe the alumni on campuses, so that Nigerian students get to know more about what Erasmus is doing? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant. The next person is close to him. That should be number 6? Number 5, right.
All right, thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Johnson, and I want to ask this question. The question I want to ask is similar to the question she asked earlier, that must you take a master's degree in what you have been doing before, your background? So if you can change your master's degree that is different from what you studied in your background. So I want to ask that what are the procedures to go about it when it comes to preparing yourself for that change of career and all? Then I saw from that display, this thing display
The video,
earlier,
right?
yes, it's mentioned about CGPA, no CGPA, this thing that is accepted. So I really want to know to what extent is that. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Number 6, that's the last person.
Okay, my name is Victoria Sani, and I wanted to ask about the age limit, and I've been clarified about that. And secondly, somebody who has a HND, is there provision for PGD from Erasmus? Is there any provision for somebody who has HND?
Who has what?
A HND.
A
Is there
HND.
a
You
provision
mentioned
for
PGD.
Yeah.
Okay, a HND and a PGD.
A
Is that what you said?
provision for PGD.
Oh, is there provision for a PGD?
Yes.
For a PGD. Yeah, postgraduate diploma. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me manage and put number 7. And that's the last one for now. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. My question actually is about, the world is going digital, and we can actually do whatever it is we want to do. Some things we want to do from the comfort of our room. I know Erasmus scholarship have the idea that whenever you are done whatever you learn out there, you should go back to your country and apply it to your country. So is there room for somebody that could actually apply what they learn digitally? The world is going remote now. I can be wherever I am in the world and still be making impact in another place. So will something like that be accepted for somebody that studied through Erasmus route? probably maybe when I'm done with my scholarship, I got an opportunity to actually further my studies and gain more. And I decided to make an impact in my community via remotely. Is this something that is acceptable by Erasmus, or is it a must for me to go back to make an impact? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
So I thank you all for the questions you have asked. I'm going to combine some of them together just so that we save time. Like number one question was on if HND is eligible, and also if there is age limit, and that is so similar with question number 6 that is asking if PGDE, that's postgraduate diploma, and HND is eligible. My answer will be this program, Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. You are going there to do a master's degree. So HND does master's degree, is that not right? So yes, it is eligible, but PGDE, postgraduate diploma, is not it's also eligible, but that means that you must have had your first degree. You must have your first degree as qualification. So all these are eligible, but you need to, I'll direct you to the program guide and the catalog, which I said you can find on the website, so that you see multiplicities of Erasmus program that is available. You just have to look for the one that suits you best. Someone shared just now that something brought all her, endeavors, all her life curiosities, together, and it was able to sort it out. So same thing this does. For instance, you're not going to see masters in economics, masters in lawyer or law, or masters in medicine, but different areas in forward-looking fields like energy, renewable energy, climate action, and even culture and history, and all of that is what you see there. So you see your different life endeavors being brought together by the Erasmus program. Provided you have your first degree, it is eligible. Just find a course that suits you best. Yes, no age limit, and we mean it, no age limit. Even if you have spent 10 years in the university, it's not an age limit. If your motivation letter, it's okay, and they see that you have, the real motivation, that you have really be able to explain yourself why you want to go and study, and you are, it's well explained, you can be the next person that will be selected. Somebody said, does professional background, something else, they have a different professional background, you have a different professional background, you read maybe like biology or something, and then you now want to go to communications and all that. If that is part of your experience, life experiences, all what you gathered, you see, we said you can do research, you should be able to do seminars, and all of everything you have wanted to do, all what you went through in your educational or your career lines will combine together to give you a choice of what to choose from the catalog. So yes, it can be very different, but this is your new endeavor, what you're aspiring to do. You can be admitted. Just find it in the catalog. We have more than 190 different programs that you can choose from. You just find what is suitable, and then you can be taken. If you need IELTS to enter into program, in France, someone asked that question. My answer will be that, you see, all Erasmus programs are taught in English language. So if you are able, as I said earlier, to prove your proficiency, or you get a university certificate that shows that you read in an English-speaking country, you're a native speaker, that takes care of that. Now, if your program is not found in the catalog, then that's a different program that you are looking for. It's not Erasmus Mundus. If it is there, it's going to be taught in English, and you don't need, since you are from Nigeria, except you go to Pakistan or other countries to go and apply, then you'll be needing those kind of, exams, professional English exams that would proof that you have proficiency and skills in English language. Is it possible to, that's number 4, I can't see this clearly, the campuses or something? Okay. Do you remember what you asked? Your question number 4. Oh, yes. That is one of the things I would have explained. Normally, we do these pre-departure orientation events with study in Europe fairs. You can see our member state colleagues are here with us, and we normally go out to advertise our universities, different universities in Europe, through a study in Europe fair. We didn't combine today's pre-departure orientation event with study in Europe fairs. We do that regularly. Each year, we go to like Lagos, where we have number of students. We go to, we go to Kano. We've been going all year round, but I think from next year, we're going to be doing it every 2 years. But we usually go, in fact, I don't know if university students are around. All the universities around Abuja, was at least 11 of them, both public and private universities were invited. I don't know, do we have university students here? Our private universities, Bayes University, Nile, all of that, we invited you to this place, NYSC, because this is what we do. And NUC is here to represent universities. We're about universities and, having first degree. So we are mindful of that, and we do that always. Number 5, can you change from master degree background to what extent does low CGPA count? Yes, like it's presented. I'm saying that it's not about having first class. It's really not about that. But you can be sure that Europe is looking for best brains. But now, for instance, the ladies who, and all the people that gave testimonies, it's really not about how good academically they were. So that's why we said low CGPA is accepted, but it's not ideal. That means that even if you have second class lower or something like that, you can be selected based on how good is your want to, how good is your motivation, how good is, you know what you want to do, and you can do it right. How have you been doing in your life endeavor regarding academic and your curiosity and where you want to go next in life? That's why we say that they accept low CP. It's not a hindrance, if you don't have a first class, but the best brains, because believe me, Europe is looking for young people like you and even older ones who can contribute to the growth, sustainable development of the future Europe. Now, number 6, I have answered. Number 7, I don't think I remember what you said. I don't think. MC, can you help me? What did number 7 say? I lost it.
Well, I said the world is going digital, and you can make impact in any corner of the world while you are in other part of the world. So Erasmus usually say whenever you are done with your school, you have to go back to your country and apply what you learn. So I want to say, is it important for me to actually go back even if I can apply what I learned globally, remotely? That is probably
must you come back? That's why we as Nigerians are telling you no jackpot because we don't want brain drain. But I have told you that no compulsion. If you are good, you can sort out issues in Europe. They would quickly give you a job. Okay? You don't have no compulsion. It's one legal way of migration. You are good with what you do, and a company finds you and they see that you are good. UK may ask you to come back because but European countries, EU countries, if you are good and you can sort out issues, future issues, you are good to go. If you want to, you don't need to come back to your community, but you are good for Nigeria. Nigeria wants you back, but Europe also wants you. Somebody testified. Is it Kudus? You could see that he has even been given a Maria Curie PhD, and he's doing electric vehicle propulsion, master's degree, and that is, reducing carbon emission in Nigeria, in Europe, and all that. If he likes to stay back, he will not be asked to go. You have a legal way. This Erasmus Mundus is a very wonderful legal way to migrate to Europe if you are good.
All right. So there's a caveat there. If you are good, very important caveat. Thank you so much, Madam Kate. Please let's give it up for Madam Kate Kanebi, Program Manager for Education at the EU. Thank you so much for your insight. And it's at this point would like to thank all those who came, all the students who came from near and far for this. Thank you so much for joining us at this point. And right now we would like to, just ask that the program has officially ended for the external guests and those online as well. And we'll just go on with our scholars at this point in time because we have a whole lot to do. So thank you so much. Please, let's give a round of applause for each other. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. I'm sure the ushers will see us out right now. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you here on this side wearing blue, right? With some of these other scholars next time. We really